YouTube, how's it going? I'm Bastion. In this video, I'm going to give you 5 tips, things that I've learned in my time playing Frostborn in Spellbreak. Now, I've been playing Frostborn for a little bit, and I love this class. The more I play, the more I like it. There are so many cool little things that you can do as a Frostborn, but there are also some big pitfalls that you can stumble into as you play. So if you're a new Frostborn and you're looking to avoid those pitfalls, this video is for you. And if you've been playing Frostborn for a little bit, but you think you might need to check up on some of your bad habits, then this video is also for you. Hopefully it helps. If you do like this video, you can of course like the video and you can subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. If you want to talk more about Frostborn after this video, you can come by my Twitch channel. I stream most days and I'm always down to talk about Frostborn or any other class in Spellbreak in general, anything like that. Link is down below. Without further ado, I hope that I can freeze these tips into your mind. And thinking about mind, let's get on to tip number 1. All right, tip number 1, this one is pretty simple. Set your mind talent to harmony. That's it. You want to do this because there are too many things that will freeze you or slow you as a Frostborn, whether you freeze yourself or someone else does it to you. Every time you cast your Ice Lance spell, you place a trail of ice in front of you. One wind shear disrupts a section of that trail. A shockwave can tear the entire trail up. A boulder will act as an explosive detonation on a large patch of the trail. A toxic spray will transform that ice into toxic puddles, or a toxic cloud will do the same thing. Every one of these examples will freeze or slow you without harmony. And we haven't even spoken about your sorcery. If you cast Flash Freeze without harmony, all someone has to do is throw their Toxic Cloud down on your head or throw a boulder in the same place and you're frozen. Good luck turning that fight around. With harmony, however, you can use these same tactics on other people. You can use your ice trails to trap others when they walk onto them. You can sit comfortably inside your sorcery and even drop a Tox Cloud on your own head with immunity. One of my favorite moves is to throw a Tox Cloud just outside my sorcery so it catches an edge and effectively extends my sorcery to an area that freezes even more people. Shout out to Elbadog for teaching me that one. If I haven't convinced you, just give it a try. Set your mind talent to harmony and a whole new world will open up. You'll be able to bait people into using their flash freeze before you jump on them and deal major damage, or have people come towards you and then spring a trap on them. Set your mind talent to harmony and let everything else fall into it. All right, on to tip number 2. Stop using frozen Alacrity just to get around. When I first picked up Frostborn, I would thoom around on my trails all match. I felt fast, and it was awesome. But I often felt targeted in my games. I would wonder why people seemed to come out of the woodwork only to attack me. Then I realized that when you are constantly casting Ice Lance, everyone and their mom can either hear you or see the errant shot fall off into the distance. Since I've begun using my ice trails more deliberately, the third parties have gone way down. When you first pick up the class, the allure of feeling fast all the time is immense, but it isn't always wise. In short bursts and long rotations, it can be useful, but remember to remain cautious. I try to aim my Ice Lance at something specific that I can see in front of me to avoid an errant shot alarming someone to my presence. I will also segment my trails to better cover my tracks and disincentivize people from following along down my back. If you feel targeted as a Frostborn, take note of when you use your frozen Alacrity. You might be using it far too much or too sloppily and alerting everyone to your position. All right, tip number 3, use the Toxic Gauntlet offhand, but Stone and Fire are okay too. I have already mentioned some of the ways the Tox Gauntlet pairs effectively with Frost. All around, Tox is just the best offhand gauntlet for Frostborn, but Stone and Fire are decent alternatives. And these are the best offhands for a simple reason. When you freeze someone, you have one free shot on them. You can try to line up a Frost shot, but it takes time to charge. It's much better to crush someone with a 30 to 50 damage Tox Spray, Shockwave, or Fireball than it is to hit them with a 3 to 12 damage Wind Shear or Lightning Bolt. So use Tox, and then stone or fire if necessary. Tip 4. Don't focus down one person. This is an easy trap to fall into, especially if you miss a shot on someone and your ego starts to chirp at you. Lol, you missed, you can't hit those. When you hard focus someone, lining up multiple fully charged shots on them, you lose awareness around you. It's not a bad thing to line up a shot, but take stock of your surroundings before lining up the next one. One way to mitigate the downsides of lining up shots and focusing in one direction is positioning. Good positioning will help you avoid someone sneaking up on you, as well as make checking your surroundings much easier. Make sure you gain high ground and check where zone is while playing Frostborn. If you find that people pop up at you out of nowhere, this might be the reason why. Alright, the final tip. Tip number 5, use Flash Freeze. That's your sorcery. This might sound like an obvious observation. Use your main gauntlet sorcery. Revolutionary! It should go without saying, but Flash Freeze can be one of the best sorceries in the game if used well. It blocks lightning bolts, fireballs, flame walls, and wind shears. If someone is chasing you down with any of those spells, you can pop your Flash Freeze and stop their assault in its tracks. I mean that in 2 ways, by the way. You stop their spells, of course, but you can also freeze someone caught inside your sorcery as long as they don't have Harmony equipped. Freezing someone gives you a massive opportunity to either deal serious damage or to get away and reposition, as we've discussed before. Flash Freeze does have its limitations, however. The partial sphere that protects you is thin, so attacks from above and below can get through with ease. In addition, and contrary to the sorcery's name, Flash Freeze takes some time to actually freeze someone. You are susceptible to taking damage as someone freezes and they just barely manage to get that last spell off. Watch out for that. So there you go. That's the video. 5 tips for you all about Frostborn. Let me know in the comments below if those tips helped or if there are any other tips that you would have included in this list. If you like the video, you can of course like the video. That really helps me out a lot. Thank you. You can also subscribe to the channel where you'll get even more of these helpful videos as we go along. And if you have any other questions about Frostborn or Spellbreak in general, you can come stop by my Twitch channel. Like I mentioned before, the link's down below. I stream most days and I'm always happy to answer questions from anyone. All right, guys, that's it. Enough from me today. Thanks for watching the video. Remember that all it takes to get along with each other is a little bit of love and a little bit of understanding. I'll see you next time.